What's up, folks? Southern Comic Geek coming to you with a CGC unboxing. That's right. Can't believe that I've done this many videos. Not that two's a lot at the time of this recording. I don't know if this one will come first or the other one that I did, which is a Walmart comic pack unboxing. But yeah, it just happened to fall this way. So here I am. And here you are, hopefully, watching. But if you want to see what kind of grades, did I get a grade bump? Both of the books, there's two today, both of the books were cracked and pressed by the Comic Book Chiropractor. Did I get a bump? How did I do? Stay tuned for the video. Now, before we get into all of this comic book goodness, go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. So when you see videos like this one drop ever so randomly, you can be one of the first people to know and can make the conscious decision as to whether or not to watch an hour later. As long as you watch it, we appreciate you. So both of these books, I actually sent off several, and then because of their ages, CGC, despite me doing them at the same time, split them out and got to these. To be fair, very quickly. I was very surprised how quickly they got to them. So both of these, I think, fell under the, I don't know if it's modern. So it's not the fastest tier, obviously. It's not vintage or the unlimited tier. I can't keep up with them. I don't submit enough books these days to remember how they changed it, but got to it fairly quickly under the prescribed dates that they've given. So that was great. Both of these were, as I said in the intro, cracked. Let's see. All of the ones I sent him were not this way. So these were because just looking at them felt like we could really get a good grade bump. So that's what I did. Let's see how I did. Okay, first one is going to be Uncanny X-Men 129. So if you're an X-Men fan, you know that this is the first appearance of Kitty Pryde and Sebastian Shaw and Emma Frost. And so right in the beginnings of the Dark Phoenix saga. Now, this particular one is special because it is a Mark Jewelers. That's right. You see the little stamp right here even. So for you Mark Jewelers fans out there, you got a big key that's a Mark Jewelers, and you get to see the stamp. So this is big plus. Shout out to Justin Birch, the famous letterer extraordinaire, who was selling this book, sold it to me, I felt, at a fair price. And he sold it. It was a 5.5. He bought it already graded. And so he was kind of saving up. Was it for his ASM 1? Yeah, I think it was for his ASM 1. So there was a couple like doubles and stuff he was kind of clearing out to kind of make way for that. So he had bought it already graded. So he couldn't really tell me, but looking at the grader's notes, looking at the book itself, really felt like we could do something with it. And so at a 5.5, it went to a 6.5. So obviously would have rather more, especially for this book, because of its key nature, can really, in the higher grades, really make a difference in what I paid for it. Since I paid what I did for it and I got a whole grade bump, still really good on it. Some of these rarer books, when I say rare, not the more commons, like say a Mark Jewelers variant or even Golden Age books, it's just so hard to get good comps because, you know, how often do you see Mark Jeweler first appearance of Kitty Pryde? So not very often, I would think. What I think hit it the most is kind of the tanning that's on the back of this, but the Comic Book Chiropractor was able to work his magic and got me a respectable grade there. So happy about that one. The next one is for Transformers #1. So I bought this book a good while ago, and one of I sent this book off to a presser, not to call his name, but a presser. When I got it back, I go, it didn't even look like anybody had pressed the thing. Maybe pressed it in between two books, but certainly not in a hot press. And So I was not very happy about it, but I just wanted it. I put it beside the Optimus Prime toy I got. So it wasn't like, I don't have to have a 9.8 for it to mean anything to me. It's just kind of aggravating. This book is really, like a lot of books, obviously, taking a nosedive in value. So really, I would have probably been better off just buying one. If I wanted like a 9.6 or 9.8, I probably would have been a lot just better off financially just to put this one to the side till the market goes back up or sell it. I don't have a terrible lot in it, but I don't have a terrible lot in it. But, after I've already paid one person to press it, paid CGC once to grade it, now I'm paying another person to press it and CGC to grade it. You're like, because it was a 6.5. So it's got to do a lot of movement for all that money to really start meaning something. But I sent it anyway. What do you do? What do you do? It is of course, the first appearance and origin of the Autobots and Decepticons Bill Sienkiewicz cover. It is a first print. It is a direct. So it went from 6.5. Now this one's a little more interesting than just a grade bump at 7.0. So got half a grade bump. Not quite the one I was hoping for. Of course, this one has got quite a few ticks on the back, which is a black cover. The Atari one is a black cover there. A few on the front. But what I noticed about this one before versus now, you really can't see it. But there was a severe spine roll on this thing. And that's why I was like, it looked like a spine roll, like it had been sitting in a bunch of books for a long time. Without boards and bags, right? And so I'm thinking that's kind of I'm not a presser, but I'm thinking that's kind of an easier fix. So I really wasn't too happy. Needless to say, I don't use that grader's services anymore, so it doesn't really matter. But the Comic Book Chiropractor was able to work a little bit of magic on this one and get it from 6.5 to 7.0. Now, the interesting thing is how he worked his magic to go from off-white pages to white pages. So I guess something in the mojo made the pages turn white. Pause. Okay, that was a little more awkward than what I intended it to be. Anyway, so I got those two. I actually, spoiler alert, I did resubmit my Hulk #2, which is a even longer story. If you remember me unboxing that one, previous, even longer story. That one is, I think, in grading, encapsulation, somewhere in there. And I have my Hulk 3, I believe it is, sitting there. He did not press that one because it is kind of a fragile book. But if I get a 1.0 on that thing, I'm good. I just really wanted a complete copy. All my complete copies graded. I had bought it raw off, I think, an Elite Comics sale. So just wanted to put that out there. Again, like with the Transformers 1, that Hulk book probably would have been better off just to buy another one with the way the market is tanked and just kind of hold that one. I've been thinking about a lot of books that way. Unfortunately, the Hulk 1 doesn't seem to do that. But I've been thinking about upgrading a couple books like the GSX 1 and some others because the market is down so much right now. So kind of as off subject, but let me know in the comments below, are you taking the opportunity with the lower market to get some of those big books or to even upgrade some of your big books? I'm not a big upgrade fan, but I mean, when you can get like a GSX 1 for half the price of what you could 2 years ago, and it's still a good solid key. It's not like some super speculation book. It's a good solid key with a ton of first appearances. So are you taking the opportunity right now? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Also in the description of this video is going to be the contact information for the Comic Book Chiropractor. I know he stays busy. I don't know if he's got room to take your books, but I will give his Instagram a shout out in the video description. And then that way you can reach out and contact him if you want to discuss some books that you need pressing. Until next time, keep reading and keep collecting. Adios.